Hey there, CJ Math students. Welcome to page 40 of your notes today. That is circumference of circles. So this should be pasted into page 40. Area of circles should be page 41. So circumference is the distance around a circle, kind of like perimeter. And then the diameter we can call is the distance or the line segment across a circle. Our circumference formula is going to be C is equal to pi times our diameter, d. So we're going to use 3.14 today for pi. And you'll notice in number 1, we're given a radius. That one goes halfway across the circle. So if it's a radius of 11, that means if we extended this line, this would also be 11. So our diameter would actually be 22. So in order to figure out the circumference or the distance around this circle, I would say C is equal to pi d. And then I would say C is equal to 3.14 times 22. And go ahead and highlight that you plugged in 22. And then we have C is equal to 69.08. And so 69.08 centimeters, just regular units, is your answer. Now, you could also, there's another formula, C is equal to 2 pi r. Please write that down. And that formula is, if you're given a radius, you could solve it that way instead of extending it for a diameter. So let's try that with number 2. So if the radius is 7, we know the diameter is going to be 7 and 7, which is 14. But this time, instead of plugging in the diameter, let's do it with the formula that has C equals 2 pi r. So C is equal to 2 pi r. C is equal to 2 times 3.14 times your radius, which was 7. And then when we do this math, we can put it all in our calculator. We get our answer of 43.96. So 43.96 meters. Now, I guarantee you, if you do C equals 3.14 times the diameter, which is, in this case, 14, if you put that in your calculator, you will also get 43.96, which is the case, right? So, the idea being you could use either one of these formulas to find their circumference. Obviously, when you have a radius, it's probably more likely that you want to use this C equals 2 pi r. Or if you're a person that just likes to say, hey, I don't want to get confused with area, just use C is equal to pi times d, the diameter. Go ahead and always extend your radius. And if you notice, the radius is half of the diameter. That's 22, 11. 11 is half of 22. Or the diameter is twice the radius, right? 7 and 7 give you 14. All right. So look at number 3. The radius is obviously, if we split this in half, 9. So this piece would be 9, 9, and 9. And the diameter is obviously 18. So you will solve for number 3. Let's use C equals pi d. Look at number 4. The radius is obviously, if you split it half and half, 3 and 3. So radius is 3, and the diameter is 6. They told you that right off the bat. And this time, let's use C equals 2 pi r, right? Let's just switch it up. You could easily use C equals pi d if you want to solve it. Both of them will get you the same answer. But you go ahead and solve it in that puzzle. All right, so for number 5, at a Houston rodeo, the circular stage is 40 feet across. If you highlight circular stage is 40 feet across, first of all, you know you're working with a circle. There's your shape, right? And then the other thing you notice is 40 feet across that shape is going to be your diameter, right? So maybe you go ahead and you draw your circle, and then 40 feet across, diameter, right? The show organizers want to put lights around the circular stage. So around the circular stage should be highlighted. And that means if you're doing something around it, you're doing the circumference, right? Just like if I were to put a fence around something, that would be the perimeter, right? So we're going to use C is equal to pi d. And we're going to plug in, right? So C is equal to 3.14 times our diameter, which was 40. And when I do that, I should get my answer of C is equal to 125.6 feet, right? All right, we're actually going to hold off on number 6 because it actually has to do with area. Scoot over to the back side all the way down to this number 5 problem, the merry-go-round. It has a diameter of 50 feet. And for right now, just tell me what is the approximate circumference of that merry-go-round. Don't worry about the area for right now. So C is equal to pi d, Indian puzzle, answer that. That is the end of part 1.